Why do I need a fairness opinion for a SPAC transaction?
Couple of different reasons, kind of broad ranging there. I think the first and probably the one that most folks will run into when they're going through this process is the entire fairness standard in potential litigation. We've seen since the multi-plan case back in 2022, big shift in the market. There's generally an expectation that in the event of litigation, there's going to be some consideration for the entire fairness standard, which is a little bit more stringent, it requires management to demonstrate kind of a higher burden of proof that the transaction was fair. And there's two considerations there. There's fair pricing and there's fair dealing. A fairness opinion helps to really demonstrate the fair pricing component of that in the event that you need this line of defense in litigation. And then I think as well, having gotten a fairness opinion and demonstrated that you've done your diligence helps to also sort of evidence the fair dealing there as well. So because of Delaware law, again, a lot of SPACs now incorporated in Cayman, but you end up redomesticating to Delaware post de-SPAC. There's a presumption of being subject to the entire fairness standard. So that's kind of the big one right up front. It, of course, demonstrates appropriate diligence throughout the transaction. It gives you a third-party insight into sort of market thinking about the deal. And then honestly, we find with a lot of manager teams we work with, it's just nice to get an outside check. You're very much in the weeds, you've done the diligence, you're involved with the company. It is nice to have an outside advisor take a look at the company, tear the deal apart, run all the numbers, and kind of give an added level of comfort before you make that final BCA vote there, and just give you a level of certainty. So I think that's sort of the two major reasons there.
Yeah, and so I need an opinion. Who do I go to, and what am I looking for when I'm choosing a provider?